Yo, what's good, guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because I drop tutorials like this every single day. Welcome to the family. We missed you. Anyways, today I'm going to show you why you should be creating a moment in every song and what that even means. And I'll also give you a few examples of moments that you can incorporate into your songs to make them more interesting. So let's do it. All right, first things first, let's define what we're talking about. What do I mean when I say make a moment? I mean literally make a moment in the song or a little section of the song that's different, interesting, stands out, catches the listener's attention, right? A switch up, something that you can do that's going to really just shock the listener and catch them off guard. These are what makes songs special. They're what catch people's attention. They make them stand out. They go from like background music to, whoa, what was that? What song is this? It gives it replayability when you have things like this. Think about your favorite song, right? There's always that one part you can't wait till it gets to. Usually it might be a lyric or a guitar solo or a drop, or there's a million different ways you can do it, but there's always that one part of the song that you just love and you can't wait to get to. There's always like that joke where it's like replaying your favorite part of the song when you pull up to the function, and those parts of the songs, you can create them or enhance them in the mix, and that's what the goal is. If there is none of that in the song, it's just background music and it's going to be boring at that point. So what I have here is I have a few different songs. They're all by me. My artist name is Inswain if you want to check it out, but that's not why we're here. I just use my songs because I know I have the rights to it and they have these examples. I do these on purpose. So the first trick you can use to create a moment is a reverb or a delay swell, or a combination of reverb and delay as swell. And when people say swell, what they mean is not just reverb that's static and steady throughout the song. It's one section where there's a lot more reverb, or there was no reverb and now there's a ton. Or delay, right? It's where there's one word or phrase that causes a huge bloom of reverb / delay. And what I have here is an example of that. You'll hear it's not on the lead vocal, it's on the ad-lib. But on the ad-lib, I say, yeah, and you can hear there's a huge swell of reverb, and it's right here before the drop. You can see in the waveform where the bass comes in, right before the drop, I do an energetic ad-lib, and there's a huge swell of reverb, and it builds up that anticipation for when the drop hits, and it makes it more effective and hit harder. So I'll show you that here.
I got them digits on me. Designer, I put that on me. I got them digits on digits on digits on digits, I put that on me. I got them digits on me.
So you can hear the yeah sounded massive, and that's because of the reverb. The space that it created was huge, and it caused for a more epic drop when the bass does hit. So that is one way that you can create a moment in a song, is through a reverb / delay swell. Another way that you can create a moment in your song to catch the listener's attention is through a beat drop or a beat cut, whatever you want to call it. It's basically where the instrumental or the instruments stop playing, and there's either just a vocal or nothing. It's just silence. And then when it comes back in on time, it has a huge, massive effect. So what I have here is an example of my song, No Way. And you can even see in the waveform, it's pretty sparse. Those are just my vocals. And then when the beat comes back in, it hits harder. So let's take a listen to that here.
They don't got your back, they just talk about it. Yeah, I'm in my bag, what you talking about? 100 does it.
And that right there is the transition from the verse to the chorus. So not only does it have the effect of creating that epic moment and making it hit harder, it also clearly delineates the difference between the verse, now we're in the chorus. And the listener, whether they are conscious of it or not, they like things to be spelled out right for them. And that clearly does it. It says, hey, this is a big moment. We're transitioning into the chorus. Here we go. And it has that effect. Finally, another way that you can create a special moment in your song to grab the listener's attention and to just add energy and excitement to your song is through a reverse reverb. Now, we know what reverb is. Reverse reverb is when you take that reverb tail, reverse it, and then usually you put it before the phrase. So instead of, you say the phrase and then the reverb swells out, it's the reverb swells in to the phrase, and it builds up this anticipation, almost like a riser. And if you listen to a lot of pop or hip hop or stuff like that, you've probably heard this, whether you're aware of the name of it or not, but I'll play it for you here. It's from my song No Deal Freestyle, and you can hear right before I start the first word of the song, the first verse, there's just instruments, and then it builds up and swells into my vocal so that it's not as jarring, but it also builds up that energy, excitement, and anticipation. So let's check that out.
I don't want to be faded out.
You can hear the and I also included, in addition to that effect, a stutter, like I don't want to be, right? I did a little edit there with a stutter effect. So that's another way you can add energy and create a moment in your song. And you can also, as you can see in this example, combine different effects to create unique instances of a moment and make the song interesting and flow better and catch the listener's attention, because if you don't do that, you just have background music. Anyways, guys, I hope this helped today and maybe inspired some ideas from you. If you want further breakdowns of how to execute any of these tricks, let me know. I have a tutorial on my channel for the reverse reverb effect, but if you want anything more specific, let me know. But these should really help enhance your songs. My name is Inswain with Inswain Audio. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and name your firstborn child after me. The algorithm absolutely loves that, and so do I. See you tomorrow, guys. Peace.